This is Rob Tubber for Boxing Social in association with Brett. Delighted to be joined for the first time, might I add, by Neil Marsh, manager and promoter of Mr. David Avanesyan. How are you, Neil?
Hi Rob, yeah, not too bad. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for sitting down. That was a very entertaining press conference. Wasn't quite expecting that. Obviously, David Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly, but we also saw a little bit of Neil Marsh versus Adam Booth today.
Yeah, unfortunately, I apologise at the beginning. You know, this fight shouldn't be about me versus Adam Booth. David's away in Russia a lot. He doesn't see a lot of the stuff being said. I personally think Adam Booth keeps popping up with little one-liners and justifying the things what they pulled a stroke on us. So, you know, today was the best time to put it out there into the mainstream, and, you know, I've got the facts here, so I'm going to disclose in a minute. And you, the public, make your mind up.
We will come on to the facts, as you call them, in just a moment. But beforehand, let's talk about some of the things that were said in the press conference. You alluded to Adam, or referred to Adam, as a con man. Just elaborate on those for me.
Yeah, just deceitful. What I mean by a con man is conning the public, conning Matchroom. You know, I'm going to justify certain things. When fight fans buy tickets, and some of them are working minimum wage, hard earned, you know, long hours, and that one ticket every 3 months, 4 months, is the be all and end all of everything. How many people bought a ticket that night, you know, for that event on the back of Kelly and Avanesyan? I know 20 Russians flown in. What about them? You know, and it's not from the richest part of Russia. So what I'm saying is, he's conning the public. You know, I've got big doubt about that pullout. Well documented in a press release and today on the press conference. I stand by everything I've said.
Let's just talk about that. So we were, 14, 15 months removed from when the fight was initially supposed to take place. Talk me through the sequence and the series of events that led to the fight going from being on to being off.
Okay, we got a call off Eddie about the fight. We accepted the fight, did a training camp. Fight week came. Night before the weigh-in, Adam comes to me with Frank Smith of Matchroom Sport and says, I'm sorry to implicate anybody going forward, but the facts are the facts. And they said, right, we want to swap this fight from a 12 to a 10. I went, it's not happening. Because we're confident in David late. You know, I know David's had a couple of impressive KOs. We're not hiding anything. You know, Adam will know what we're going to do. We're going to let Josh run out. You know, I don't need to go into tactics. But they tried to take a couple of rounds off us just to sway the balance in their favour. Rejected completely, massively. Frank Smith came over, trying to do a deal with me to make it happen. Sat down with the team. Ultimately, my advice would be don't. I told David, I don't say we do it. David instructed me to take 10 rounds, you know, which I can show you again in an email in a second. And that's it. The weigh-in happened. In the night of the weigh-in, there's about 10 of Josh's mates with him. Well, I don't know if 10, but there's a few mates because I was sat at and they're all laughing and joking. All laughing and joking. There was nothing wrong. Josh says on a tweet, which I'll show in a minute, he felt ill after weigh-in. Adam Booth says on a video, which I can gladly show you, but he did say it today, so I don't need, is that they felt ill in the morning. There was too many conflicting stuff. So, anyway, that's happened. Frank Smith keeps coming backwards, forwards. We reluctantly agree. Against, you know, I don't think we should have took it over 10, even though I was confident David would win. I just felt, you know, you've got to tread on the right side, you know, put the balance in your favour. Woke up in the morning, and I was sat there near the breakfast, just a little bit out from the breakfast, a little bar. He's got all his kit. He's going out. I'm like, what's going on here? The rules meeting had been put back till Saturday dinner. Well-known boxing people like Carl Greaves will know this. There was people on the card from Yorkshire. You can probably put two and two together. Well-known coaches and that. They was sat with me. We see him going out with his bags. And it's like, I laughed. I said, he's shit himself. Excuse me language. Shit himself him. And Adam went away, come back. We had the rules meeting. First thing I said, it's a bit strange, isn't it? You're not looking at your gloves. Any fight of any decent stature, you have a rules meeting, you inspect the gloves, you check what the promoter provides. Could be giving you anything. You know, some gloves I've been given over years on my travels. You know, you got to do your job right. So I said, Adam, why are you not doing it? Why are you not checking your gloves? So he then opened one, thrown it in. I said, it's a bit strange this. there's a problem with this fight. He said, no, just blanked me, walked off. So, late that afternoon, Matchroom came along and gave us the bad news. David just went berserk, went mad. And that's it, that's what happened. You know, no be all and end all, but what I'm saying is that there's Matchroom fighters on the show who've seen it. There's Matchroom coaches who's been about the game 20, 30 years, seen it. You know, they've seen everything. You know, I had teams of undercard fighters say, you can't allow that to happen, because the conversation was being threatened over Adam. What Adam, you know, what he didn't realise, he was in middle. Well, he did realise, but because of how heated it was getting, he was in the middle of the foyer near the reception. So everybody come in and was round back of us listening. You know, the truth is the truth.
So before we come on to the emails and the documents that you've got, what do you believe has happened here? Do you believe, I'm completely off the top of my head, not suggesting this has happened, do you believe that Josh Kelly has crashed the weight? Do you believe he just didn't fancy the fight? What do you believe in your heart of hearts has actually gone on here?
Okay, this is what I think. There's a pattern, you know, you see fighters who take warm-ups for big fights, especially lads like Josh who's a big at the weight. They make the championship weight, well, they make a couple of pounds over. They put the weight back on. They try to do it again 5-6 weeks later. And I said this to Matchroom up there, it don't work, Say you're a 10 stone 7 fighter and you get down to 10 stone 7 from 11.5, 12 stone. And then you go back up to 11.5 stone and then you're doing it again. I don't think it works, and I think what's happened, they've looked at David, KO against Kavalauskas, points loss to Lamont Peterson. Errol Spence had KO'd Peterson relatively easy. And I just think that they thought that David was gone. David was fighting for his career, his life, everything, to provide for his newborn baby at the time. He gave a full camp. Adam was sending people for look at sparring, and they were trying to get people come to us and check us out. And, you know, Carl Greaves will confirm any of this. And I just think on the weigh-in, I think he seen David the night before the weigh-in. He's seen the boisterous confidence in the camp. And I think at the weigh-in, David turns up. Someone over 30, you normally expect him a little bit of body weight on or done the weight. You get absolutely fantastic shape, chiselled, focused, Sterling Josh, just let's have it. And I just think that Adam, with his experience, knew that Josh maybe wasn't 100%. He also knew that David was 100%. And I just felt it was just danger.
Do you feel that if this fight, I mean, from what you've said, from my understanding at least of what you've said, you feel like this has been gone about in an underhand manner, not above board. Had they have come to you, let's say earlier on in the week, and said that the fight was off for this reason or that reason, would it have been different for you?
1,000,000%. I respect honesty above anything. Say, for example, you get a call on Tuesday, said, your lad's out. First thing I'd say to a promoter protecting my fight is, Eddie, come on, lad. My lad's trained here. Can you give us an 8-round fight? You know, just give him some pocket money for Christmas. You know, there's still time to get a foreigner in or whatever. Just give him some food for Christmas. You know, I'm a fighter's manager, me, mate. I'm not, you know, let's speak in common sense. You understand fighters, you know, struggling at weight and different things. If I ever fight struggling at weight, you just pull him. You know, that's my opinion. I know, and on the build-up to that, don't forget, there was a lot of press, Adam, saying, or we might be going up to 154 and all, and you're nodding your head, you know.
Yeah, I do remember that there was talk of the move to 154, yeah.
So there's obviously an issue with weight. Then you put in the fight before. I just think they've done the weight wrong. You know, could he have been feeling... Well, I don't think he got ill. I just think that Adam's experience... Listen, Adam's a good coach. Someone who I used to respect. You know, I used to watch him on TV, and value Evan, the tactics he did again. Someone who I respected as a person and a human being and a Conman, I don't have no respect for. You know, because I'm experienced now in the game and I know the tricks they're playing. You know, because I've had them done to me before. Just not happy with it.
Okay, so you have, let's see, you have 5 or 6 printouts, or multiple printouts, or there's more there, that you would like to share with us. Because this might be a little bit difficult to read on screen or to show on screen, if you would like to read what it is you feel you have in front of you.
I'll show you for confirmation.
And I can confirm, yeah. If you read it, and then we'll see if it reads on camera, and if not, I can confirm.
Some of the things I prefer not to put on camera because of the people involved and there's a certain level of privacy. That's why I'd like you. Now, obviously, I know Eddie's been making interviews protecting Josh today, saying it was there was always 10 rounds and all this lot. Well, I'm going to do one thing first. I'm going to just go into my phone. Here we go. Sorry about the delay. Let's just get this right. Sorry about this. Should have had this already ready for you. Okay, without saying the confidentialness, because I can't talk about what promoters are saying, can you confirm that that's Eddie Hearn?
I can confirm that the name is Box Eddie Hearn, yes.
Okay. Okay, sorry to push for answers, it's just a fight, but I needed to tell you this. Now this is with regard to something else. And then Eddie's the same subject but something else as well. And Eddie's reply is, okay, we can make it at 147 and 12 rounds so we can get a good title fight. Is that confirmed?
Yes, that's what it says, yeah.
Okay, so there's number one, just to clear that up. Number two, there's a tweet off Josh Keller saying, we stuck by our guns, it's always been a 10-rounder, and by all means, 12 rounds in the new year sounds good to me. Is that confirmed?
Yes, I think you could probably hold that one up. If you just hold that one up to the camera.
Okay.
That would be... Just to confirm more than anything that there are actual documents here. That's great, thank you. Exhibit...
The response is to the WBA. I don't want to disclose personal names. To the WBA. I hope you're well. Can you answer a question? I've signed tomorrow night a 12 times free and was told it's a 10 times free. The response was the contracts which I receive, as well as the approval sent to Matchroom, are for a 12-round championship contest. Is that right?
That's correct, yep.
I don't think I've got anything else to say on the round. You know, no one will ever prove what went on in the hotel rooms and behind stage, but what I can prove is the events leading to it, and they're basing it that it's always been a 10 round. It's not. Even Eddie's saying it today. It's always, you know, it's his mistake. It's not. I've got confirmation in text message. I've got confirmation in emails off WBA. I've got confirmation what Josh is saying. Trying to hide from the fact. Who's signing? You know, make your own mind up. I don't need to say any more on that subject.
So that's the rounds.
Okay. Obviously, the gloves I can't prove. Carl Greaves, you know, the rules meeting was on the Saturday. There's not a lot I can say about that, but there's something else I want to bring up here, which moves on from that event slightly. So, Josh again has said, I've been told lots of things about negotiation, and the EBU was a more glamorous fight, so we moved on, which was on the 23rd of January 2019. You can show that?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Now, what happened? And then, again, Josh is saying, negotiations had stopped this week. We don't duck shit. Again. So anyway, Eddie promised us the fight. So, without showing again confidential emails, 6th of January, from myself to Eddie, stating, "Hi Neil, I said, good evening Paul and Eddie, I hope you're well and had a lovely Christmas. I'm emailing regards Kelly and Avanesyan. As promised, I'm doing the correct thing and give you the opportunity to rearrange this contest. What I'm looking for is some commitment this following week. I've had another offer for David and I'm going to have to tie something up." That was the 6th of January. I'd already spoke before Christmas and was told that we can speak in the new year. Now, Eddie's reply, thank you for the reply, was, we'll make sure you have a date by the end of the coming week. Is that correct?
That's correct, yep.
Okay. So now it's the 6th of January. On the 14th of January, which is eight days after, because I put reminders in my phone, "Hi Paul, who's a Matchroom member of staff. Could you please give me an update? Is the fight happening?" Can you confirm that's correct?
I can confirm, yep.
Another email on the 15th to the boss himself. "Good evening. Sorry to disturb you. Can you give me an update?" Is that right?
That's correct, yep.
3 emails in 9-10 days. I'm chasing, plus phone calls and text messages. And then I need to find this. Excuse me the way this is. Let me move quickly on.
That's okay, no problem. A very busy time at the press conference, so you take your time, no problem.
Okay. This is a tweet I want to keep private, but would you confirm that that's a leading matchroom fighter based in the North East?
Yes.
And it says, Josh Kelly was going to be the main event, but for some reasons pulled off. He thinks the show's now been cancelled. That was on the 22nd of January. My response, a couple of hours later, on the 22nd, I've been messed about in December, I've been messed about for weeks now, was, as soon as I seen the tweet, when inside information's coming from his area, to a matchroom representative, just to let you know Avanesyan's now moved on. We're taking the Laranga fight. And what I mentioned to you, what was on the table more than a month ago. So I wait a month, I give it every opportunity, a chase, but Josh states that we ducked him because we've gone a different... Well, he didn't say we ducked him. He said he's not ducking anyone. We've moved on for a more glamorous fight. I'm just proving that, again, we're not lying. We chased. Well, you know, and that's it, really. You know.
So from the things that you've just shown us, the emails, the tweets, what is your final summation or your final summary of this whole situation regarding Josh Kelly and David Avanesyan? What's your kind of conclusion, as it were?
The conclusion now is I've responded in this way because of things what have been said at us. Adam on his videos and different things. For me, it's, you know, it's borderline. I shouldn't be doing it, and I don't want to do it. I want to let two fighters enjoy the spectacle and get on with a fight. I respect Josh Kelly as a fighter for what he's done. Everything he's achieved. And I genuinely wish because of what them fighters go through, I wish even a kid who's 250 the best of luck in every single contest. Because unless you work in the business, you don't know what they go through. You know, they give their lives for little reward at times. And I wish Josh the very, very best of luck. I'm not happy with where they conducted themselves, but I think it was more Booth than Josh. You know, and Josh is always going to listen to Adam. With regards Adam, just get on with your fight now. Stop having your little snipes and one thing and another. I'm going to leave this now. This is December 2018 is over for me now. It's finished. Now it's about 2020, March the 28th, and what a fantastic fight. And the reason I've exposed all this today and put it in the media is for two things. One, I was worried that Josh might not fight through whatever reason. And two, because of the things Adam's been saying. It's now clear. I've got it off my chest. It's all out. I'm only protecting my fighters. Someone's got to protect these fighters. Someone, you know, what do I do? Just let experienced coaches run rings around my kids who's trained and got babies at home and all that lot. Maybe this event might stop that happening again to the next 2 or 3 kids. If it is, I've achieved something, you know. But March the 28th, David Avanesyan is going to knock Josh Kelly out. And again, nothing against Josh Kelly in any way, shape or form. He's a very good fighter. I just think the fighter has took this fight too soon, and Adams took it too soon. He'll come back and he'll turn into an awesome talent. As I say, it's just too soon.
Okay, well, you've stepped on my final question, which was for a fight night prediction. You've already told me. Neil Marsh, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Glad I was able to give you a platform to get this off your chest after 14, 15 months or however long it's been. Look forward to catching up with you soon. And if I don't see you before, I will see you in Fight Week for March the 28th.
Thank you very much for your time. And as I say, it's important I end this now. And today I could have put this out with 10, 15. I just want to put it with yourselves. I thank you for that. And I just want to get rid of it now. Now it's about David and Josh, not about me and Adam. So thank you.
Okay. Neil Marsh, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.